perubahan nih.
We're from the Student Theatre Office, which is part of the La Trobe Student Union. Our job is to run extracurricular theatre and film projects for students throughout the Bandura campus. For many years we've been contemplating setting up a collaboration with some students or a university from overseas. And we came up with a rather ambitious idea that we would connect with a university in Indonesia, send some students across to Indonesia, some Australian students, to work with some Indonesian students, and to develop a play that we could perform in both countries, in Indonesia and in Australia.
We initially received encouragement through La Trobe Abroad to apply for funding through the new Colombo Plan with the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. And once we were successful in our application for funding, it was clear that it would be possible to go on with this project. The project couldn't have gone ahead without the tremendous support from La Trobe Student Union, of which Student Theatre and Film are a part of. We also received funding from the Office of the Vice-Chancellor and the College of Arts, Social Sciences and Commerce at La Trobe University. With this extra funding, it was possible for then the entire project to be realised.
Enggak, justru nggak enak ada sarung di adegan.
In 2016, we travelled over to Bandung in Indonesia, where we met with Heliana Sinaga and Sahlan Mujtaba from Mainteater in order to set up the project. We ran an audition workshop with students from Theater Lakon from Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, where 7 students were selected to participate in the program.
Ada asap, ada abu. Siap, Ibu!
Why we chose Indonesia was really connected to a project that we were involved in about 20 years ago, where some Indonesian students came to visit La Trobe campus to participate in the Festival of Australian Student Theatre when it was held at La Trobe. Some personnel from that project, Sandra Long in particular, who's a theatre worker from Melbourne, and Wawan Safwan, who was a student at the time, who's now quite a noted director in Indonesia, have continued a collaboration throughout all those years. I was aware of that collaboration and thought it would be fantastic if we could revisit a similar sort of project that could, ideally, in an ideal world, lead to further collaborations. The idea that we had was that we'd base the play on each other's ignorance or otherwise of each other's cultures. It occurs to me that Australian students know very little about Indonesian culture, especially theatre culture, but culture in general. And I suspected that Indonesian students probably had a little idea of what we do over here in terms of our theatre and in terms of, I guess, youth culture.
The full project meant that the Australian students could travel over to Bandung, where they would collaborate with Mainteater and students from Theatre Lakon. They could rehearse there, they participated in a language course, and then they performed both in Bandung and toured to Bali. The students from Theatre Lakon could then travel to Australia. They could live on campus with support from La Trobe Residential Services. The cast would then go on to perform a season at La Trobe University and also had a very successful season at La Mama Courthouse in Carlton.
1, 2, 3.